Shopping in Paris or go sailing overseas and just drape me in Gucci, no. All I ever asked was you.
I don't like that. My titties is out and shit. I don't like that. Really like that. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Corinne, aka Top Notch Tyra, aka Tyra Corinne, aka you're about to be your new favorite bitch, okay? As we read, what was that? It is a little spooky, J. You really know what that was. But as you can read in the title below, today I'm going to be doing a video about what I hate and love about your zodiac sign. Now, me personally, I love zodiac signs. I really am into zodiac signs. Do I believe that all people are alike because of their zodiac? No, but I do think that they exhibit a lot of the same behaviors and have many of the same traits. Now, with zodiacs, many different things make of many different people. There are sun signs, there's moon signs, there is ascending signs, and of course there is how you were raised in your environment. So everybody's still different and have, you know, everybody's still different and everybody has their own mind, but your main sign is still something that attributes to who you are deeply. I don't think that zodiac signs are 100%, oh yeah, you guys are exactly the same, and I would never do this with this sign, I would never fuck with this sign. Like, yeah, I joke about shit like that, but it don't really be like that, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get into the motherfucking video. By the way, I have never been able to dance. Sometimes y'all might try to catch me hit that, whoa. Sometimes y'all might try to hit that Millie, but really, you really shouldn't judge me because I never really could dance. Ever. Anyways, let's start with the beautiful Capricorn. We're gonna go ahead and start with the top of the year. So Capricorn, I'll start with, and I can pretty much list the signs. I'm not looking at no list. I didn't really write anything down because I want everything to be as organic as possible. I want you guys to know 100% how I really feel about each sign, and I want to be able to list them if I'm able to, if I get a little mixed up, you know. Excuse me. So number one, we'll go ahead with Capricorn. I'll go ahead and do what I love about the signs first because I want to fill the video with as much positivity as I can. I don't want to be negative. So what I love about Capricorns is they are so money hungry and money motivated. I love that. A Capricorn is going to work a 12-hour shift if they can. They're going to work overtime if they can. They're going to work weekends if they can. They are going to try to look for some side hustles, and they really don't like to spend. They will penny pinch if there is the $200 pair of retro Jordans as opposed to just them getting some regular maybe some cheaper Nikes or a deal. They will definitely go with the deal. Capricorns are really, really well with money management and are really financially motivated. And this is something that I've realized based off of, I study signs a lot and I study people, but this is something that's a fact. I'll list some Capricorns so y'all can maybe get an idea, like celebrity Capricorns. The baby is a Capricorn. He's all about his money. I don't know if he follows females on Instagram now, but I know there was a point where he was like, I don't follow females. All I'm worried about is my work. And he works his ass off. Michelle Obama is a Capricorn. And she doesn't have to be such an asset because she was never the president. Her husband was the president, but she made her mark by working hard, and she always made sure that she was busy. Also, Keisha Kaur, which is Gucci Mane's wife, is a Capricorn as well. Everybody who knows the story behind that knows that Gucci left her some money. She flipped it, put her thing down, flipped it, and reversed it, okay? And when her baby got out, he was set. So those are just a few examples, but I really, really, really love that about Capricorns. That's something that I really want to practice and get better at, but I love that about y'all. Y'all are so, about y'all money, you know? Something that I don't like about Capricorns, I would say, you guys are really nonchalant in a way where you don't really, I would say that you guys, I don't want to say boring, but I kind of want to say boring. And that's really rough for me to say that a Capricorn is boring, especially coming from which sign I am. And I'll express that to y'all when my sign approaches. But my sign's pretty considered boring. But as I've met Capricorns in my life and I've dated so many Capricorns, y'all don't add that flavor, that spice. You guys are really like, kind of like scheduled. how you guys want to do things. I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I kiss you goodnight. Wake up, I go to work, I come home, I kiss you at night. Maybe this day I'll give you a little bit of ass, but that's that on that on that. It's like everything is routine and like it's fun, but y'all don't really like to go out that much. And you guys are kind of like, you're not really, and you guys are really sarcastic. Like very monotone when you talk to people. So I think people get the wrong idea when they speak to you guys. Like for instance, if I'm talking to a Capricorn, like, hey girl, what you doing? You'll be like, what does it look like I'm doing? Like really sarcastic, really monotone, really boring. And of course, this is not for all signs, all Capricorns. I know that some have a little mix of different signs in there, different ways they were raised. So again, if you guys are taking this extra personal, that's on you. But that is what I do not like about Capricorn. The next sign I am going to talk about is the lovely, very much so lovely Aquarius. I'm being sarcastic. I have a love-hate with Aquariuses, but I'm going to explain why now. So for love, the reason that when I say love, I mean wholeheartedly love. I love the Aquarius for what I love them for, but I dislike them 100% for what I dislike them for. So it's genuinely a wholehearted love-hate relationship. The reason that I love Aquarius is because they are so smart. Literally the smartest out of all signs. Now, if you go ahead and look deeper into who Aquarius is, we have J. Cole, who is a lyricist, really articulate with his words and the way he writes. He is more so, he gives out art and poetry in his music and imagery. And I think that that is so very beautiful. Not only is there him as an Aquarius, I'm trying to think of who else is Aquarius. Gucci Mane is an Aquarius. Kevin Gates, if you guys listen to Kevin Gates and how he speaks and how he articulates his words, he's really well with his words and executing his intelligence and his passion in different ways. And that's something that Aquariuses are really good at. They're really artsy, nerdy, but freaking motherfucking smart than a fuck. And maybe not all of them are book smart per se, but they're just smart in general. They're really good to have around because they will always make a way to figure out anything. Any little problem, they have a specific science to it. And I think that's beautiful in the way that they do it. There are a lot of beautiful Aquariuses who are famous, of course, and who are not. But that I know, that I've come across, that I love and admire so much for their intelligence. Like there's never an Aquarius that's not smart. Even an Aquarius that maybe doesn't come off as smart. Like if you really have an intellectual conversation with them, they'll give out some tea, baby. Some real hot tea, okay? What I dislike about the Aquarius is that they are detached. And one thing that I can say about dealing with Aquarius is because I have had some relationships with some Aquariuses as well as some friendships, very close relationships and very close friendships, because I feel like I'm compatible with them. But then when it comes to things that I dislike, it's very much so, I don't really know if I'm compatible with you, boo. But Aquarius, I would say they're really detached. Like they want to love and they love the idea of love, but they don't know how to. They don't like when things get too mushy, cringy. They're not like the hopeless romantic type if you're in a relationship with them, or even if you're, you have a friend. Like sometimes they know how to play the part of being emotional, mushy, caring, because they are naturally caring people. But as soon as it gets a little too sensitive for them, they will literally fall the fuck back. And not even just regular fall back. They will slide, bitch, all the way from where the fuck you're at this very moment to motherfucking Egypt, across the country. They'll be gone. Bitch, you won't even know them. They will detach. And when they detach, they do it so well. They will not respond. They might even block you. They do not care. If you're thinking in your head, oh yeah, I got an Aquarius pressed, you never got an Aquarius pressed, because they are so detached. Once they finally get to that point of detachment, it is like, I never knew you. I don't care if you were married to an Aquarius. I don't care if your very best friend is an Aquarius. If you get to in their space, they got something for your bitch ass. That's for sure. Next sign I'm going to talk about is the Pisces. Now, for the Pisces, I will say that the main thing that I love about the Pisces, that the Pisces are lovers. Aside from my own sign, I think that they are number one when it comes to love and compassion and relationships. They really love with their entire heart, which of course gets them into a lot sometimes, but they're very emotional. They wear their hearts on their sleeves. They are very passionate about the things and the people that they love. And when I say that they love with their entire being, they love with their entire being. Pisces are the type of signs that will literally wake up and their entire purpose is to make you happy because they love you and that's what drives them. For example, some very famous Pisces are Jhené Aiko, who everybody knows can be very crazy, but is very passionate about the way that she loves. She had Big Sean's whole face tatted on her arm. So really, really emotional and almost crazy in love, but which could be a great thing and of course a bad thing, but they are almost crazy in love when they love somebody, and I think that's beautiful. I think that love should always win. I know that love is sometimes something that is so either or. It could be so beautiful or so horrific, but in the same breath, I think it is beautiful to always love and to never let any certain situations change your mind about loving or receiving love. So that is what I absolutely love about Pisces. In the same breath, I would say that the thing that I do not like about Pisces is that they are actually, when heartbroken, too emotional and too crazy, because they have given their all and they have put their whole life to the side in order to make this person happy or to love this person. If for some odd reason it doesn't work in their favor, like they are the type to be very depressed, they fall into very deep depressions. It's not that I don't like that about them, but I just really wish that they would use their power in a different way, and in a more stern and strong way. But again, this is coming from someone who is also very much so an emotional sign, and I have Pisces in my chart. It's not my main sun sign, but I believe Pisces is my moon sign, which of course plays a big part in my life as well, because moon is like what controls your emotions. So I know this part all too well, and I think that I feel it when I get my feelings hurt. I feel a little bit of Pisces in me, as opposed to like my sister, who is the same sign as me. She handles like relationships so easily, and even though she's emotional, it doesn't really show. And sometimes I'm like, well, we're the same sign and we're raised in the same household, so why do I feel like this? But then I realize I have Pisces in my chart and I'm a very emotional being. So that is what I dislike about Pisces. I wish that they handled hurt in a way that was more healthy. And yeah, the next sign I'm going to talk about is the Aries. Every time I do a little giggle, a little hee-haw before I say or after I say the name of the sign, it's probably because I'm being a little shady boots. I don't really know about Aries. I don't really know. Okay, so Aries, what I love about Aries is that they are passionate. Everything they talk about, when they talk, is with so much emphasis and fire if they are interested in it. I love that passion. That passion can get you way far in life. It's a beautiful passion when you don't use it for negativity. Now, what I do not like about the Aries is that they are, to be honest, in my opinion, so the fire signs are Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. I think that Aries is the most fiery, spicy, hot sign out of all signs. Baby, them tempers are a little different, a little spicy, okay? Aries, for me, I think, being the sign that I am, and I keep saying that, and y'all probably like, bitch, what sign are you? Y'all gonna find out. But Aries are just overbearing sometimes when they're angry, and it is motherfucking annoying sometimes, because I'm like, it don't gotta be all that. You don't gotta give all that, sis. Like, it don't even be that big. But when something is big to an Aries, it's big to them, and it will be known, and the entire room will feel it. The next sign I'm going to talk about is the Taurus. I seemed confused. It's because I had to think about what sign came next. The Taurus is an earth sign. I love earth signs, but the Taurus is like the least earthy sign of the earth signs, if that makes sense, but I still love them. One thing I love about the Taurus is that they're pretty much down to earth. For the most part, they just want to eat and watch Netflix and be booed up if possible. They're pretty much really calm and down to earth and really homebodies for the most part. What I do not like about the Taurus is they're genuinely the bull of the zodiac. Now, sometimes I feel like the Taurus belongs inside of the fire sign when it comes to what I don't like about them. But then when you think about the good side of them, it's true, they are earth signs. But they have a little bit of fire in them. So what I don't like about Taurus is an evil sign, if you ask me. Taurus is not like when they get mad like an Aries, they're going to explode. More so Taurus is going to hit you where it hurts. Very malicious, very like, okay, if you felt like you got one up on me, I'm going to get 10 up on you. Some examples of some celebrity Taurus are YNW Melly, who supposedly killed his friends, which is so scary to think about. But I love Melly, so, you know, free our boy. I don't really know what happened. That ain't my business. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. Another example of a Taurus is Chris Brown. Y'all know he be Rihanna's ass. Not to be funny, baby, but when they get really angry, it's not really a yelling match. Kind of like the Aries would be more so like the yelling match, but the Taurus is more like, bitch, I'll kill you, bitch, I'll hurt you. And I don't really like that. Like that scares me. That's spooky. Okay? That's real spooky day. The next sign I am going to talk about is the Gemini. Now, for the Gemini, the thing that I love about them is they can literally walk into any room. Whatever the environment be, whether it be a club scene, a crew full of Hispanic people, white people, black people, successful people, poor people, homeless people, they know how to make friends and they know how to communicate and have conversations and make fun with anybody they're around. They could be the type of person who prefers hip hop music but still go into a techno party and have the time of their lives and make millions of friends. They know how to network, and they're really social butterflies. They are the social butterfly of all the zodiac, in my opinion. And that's something that I love, love, love about them. I have a best friend who is a Gemini, and sometimes we'll go somewhere, or, you know, she don't live in the same state as me anymore, but when I lived with her or when we were around each other often, we would go places, and I'm the type that's kind of uncomfortable to just walk up to people and start conversations. Like, once somebody speaks to me, I'm not uncomfortable, but like initiating a conversation with somebody is like sometimes iffy for me, but it don't bother her none. And so I love that about her. I think that's beautiful. The thing that I don't like about the Gemini is because they are truly two-faced. Sometimes they are 100% one way, and the other days they are the complete opposite. And I don't like that, because I'm like, I want to love you, you know what I'm saying? But then you give me somebody that I don't know sometimes, and then you'll go back to being who I fell in love with, and then you'll go back to somebody I don't know, and that's not stable enough for my liking. But, you know, go crazy. Some people may love it, but go crazy. I don't know. The next sign I'm going to talk about is the Cancer. Now, my father is a Cancer who I love wholeheartedly. I have a guy best friend who is a Cancer who I love wholeheartedly. My nephew is a Cancer who I love wholeheartedly. I do love Cancers. But what I would say, okay, so what I love about the Cancer is that they really are hard workers. But more than hard workers, for the females, they're bad bitches. For the niggas, they are fly niggas. They really care about their image and dressing up if possible. For example, like female celebrities that are Cancers or like celebrities, I could think of her like Alexis Sky, who is like really a bad bitch. Ari, the Real Kyle sister, which is a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some other ones, but Cancers are just really about their image, and I think that's beautiful. They don't really walk out the house without looking presentable, and I think that's nice. My daddy, he always liked shades and all kind of shit. Like, he just into his image, which I think is something that is so beautiful. But what I don't like about Cancers is that people say that they're the most emotional sign. I don't really agree, but it's because they don't present themselves as emotional. They bottle it up, and they keep this poker face, but inside they are wanting to explode, and they're an emotional wreck. And then when they explode, it's crazy. It's like Crybaby 3000. It's like 2-year-old. I don't like that. The next sign I'm going to talk about is the Leo. The Leo. I love Leos. I really love Leos. I don't be trying to be biased, but I genuinely love Leos. The reason I love Leos is because they are the fucking bosses of all signs. Like, they're just good people, and they are really outspoken, and they have this demeanor about them like, hey, I'm not to be fucked with, but I'm a good person. So you know what I'm saying? Like, they just, and once you get to know them, they're full of advice and full of ideas and full of you know, business plans, and they want to succeed and they want to flourish, and they don't want to do it under anybody else because they are the lion, and when they roar, baby, they don't want to hear nobody else louder than them. Okay, but I love that about Leos. What I do not like about the Leos is they are very selfish and self-centered. Everything is about the Leo. If it does not result in it benefiting the Leo, they ain't really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? If you're going out with a group of friends and everybody's voting on where we're going to go tonight or where we're going to eat, and everybody says one thing, but the Leo is really not feeling that, the Leo will really be upset and make it about them, when it shouldn't be that way. You know what I'm saying? But I love the Leo nonetheless. The next sign I'm going to talk about is the Virgo. Now, if y'all been wondering, what sign am I? I am a Virgo. I personally think we are the greatest of the great, because Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Jada Pinkett, Ayanna Levant, what's that girl name? Ayanna Fix My Life. I just think that we're really good, sincere people. What I love about us, I think that we are really good, sincere people. I think that we mean well. I think we have really good intentions, and we're like the healers. We want everybody around us to feel good, and we want to help people to feel good, and we want to help ourselves feel good. We're really about self-love and self-awareness and growth, and we're really like the earthy of all the earth signs. I think we're more earthy than the Capricorn and the Taurus. We're more like, a lot of us are like about meditation and like self-love and spirituality, and just and like a lot of us make good therapists, hence Ayanna, Jada Pinkett with the Red Table Talks. We are really good with helping people to understand themselves and their lives. We like to help people to understand, but we're just really about self-awareness and peace and all the things earthy. But I think that's beautiful because we have good intentions and we're really pure-hearted. The thing that I do not like about the Virgo is we are really, really, really judgmental and really nitpicky. It's like, you are doing this, that, and you need to fix this, and that. And we're really like perfectionists, especially with the people that are closest to us, which sometimes can come off as very judgmental and overcritical. And I know that sometimes we can hurt people's feelings in that way. And I don't like that. I know that I've hurt a lot of people's feelings, and I don't mean to. And I do feel guilt initially following, but it's something that we can't help. We can't help it. I don't really know why. The next sign I'm going to talk about is the Libra. I love the Libra. The Libra, I would say, is another very intellectual sign, kind of like the Aquarius. But I would say the Libra is very smart, and I think that I love the Libra for being very smart and hands-on. So when I mean, as opposed to the Aquarius, who's just smart intellectually and they can mind fuck you, the Libra is also smart, but in a way where it's like they can do anything they want to do. Like, for instance, if we break down in a car, let me knock on wood, I don't know if y'all are superstitious like me, but if a Libra was to break down by themselves, they will figure it out. You know what I'm saying? They are going to figure it out. They're very hands-on. They learn fast. They're good at what they do, and they're smart with it. They can be pretty much good at anything they put their minds to. What I don't like about the Libra is kind of like the Aquarius. I think that Aquarius and Libras are so much alike, and I think that's why they're compatible. If you guys want a video on who I think is compatible, let me know down in the comments below. But I think that the Libras and the Aquarius are very similar, and I think that's why they like each other. They're both air signs, and I think they have so many similarities. But the thing that I don't like about the Libra is they can hold a grudge, kind of like how Aquarius are detached, but they can hold a grudge, and they will not speak to you and not care. But in the same, not necessarily not care, because Aquarius don't care, but Libra, they be caring, but they are so prideful, so they can hold a grudge, you know what I'm saying, like forever. The next I'm going to talk about is the Scorpio. What I have recently, because at first I never really knew anything about Scorpios, or anything for that matter. I didn't. But what I've learned to love about the Scorpios, they are homebodies, and they're really good mothers, good workers, but they're their homebodies and they're true to their self. And for the most part, if you know a Scorpio, they're not really trying to be the center of attention. They actually want to be in the back of the crowd. They don't want really people to notice them or to be in their business. And I commend that. I think that's beautiful. What I don't like about the Scorpio is that it can be very malicious and very rude, and not really mean to be that way. That's just naturally how they are. But that's why they lay low, because if they don't lay low, they know that their mouths can write them some checks that maybe they can cash it. I don't really think most of the time they can cash that ass, not cash that check, not that ass. But I don't like that about the Scorpio. I'm going to talk about is the beautiful Sagittarius, and that is going to be my last sign, baby. The Sagittarius, I also have a love-hate with. My mother is a Sagittarius. One of my closest friends is Sagittarius. I have not dated any Sagittarius, so no. But yeah, for the Sagittarius, I would say that I really, really love, they love hard too, and they mean well. They are very passionate. Also, they're another fire sign. And when they love in a way that is so like you for me, and you ain't going nowhere. They're really like almost possessive, but in a beautiful way. And I think that's why Sagittarius is always end up getting cuffed. Mostly the females. We have Lauren London, who has had Nipsey wrapped around her finger. We have Reginae, who was with YFN Lucci. But Sagittarius always end up in relationships. They're really good girlfriends and really good partners, as well as boyfriends too. So they're really good partners, and I like that about them. For that particular reason, I'm looking for a Sag, because you know I'm a Virgo, and Virgo is Beyonce, and Sages are Jay-Z, and baby, we could go together like yin and yang. So baby, what's goody? But what I don't like about the Sagittarius is they're just like Nicki Minaj. Have y'all ever seen her go on her rants, and you're just like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Like their mouths are just, sometimes they don't know how to shut the fuck up. Anyways, that is all the things that I love and hate about your zodiac sign. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, as well as comment. Don't forget to hit that bell if you want to be able to be reminded for all of my new content. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I will be consistent, so don't forget about me, and I won't forget about y'all.
Ask you to take me to go shopping in Paris or go sailing overseas and just drape me in Gucci, no.